If you do have money to invest, you don't want to put it in gold, though. There are other ways to do it.
There are. Simon, what have you got?
Well, I've been looking forward to this segment of the programme. Gavin Butterworth here is from Fine & Co, wine merchants. And actually, instability in the stock market, low interest rates on saving accounts, falling house prices, finding somewhere to put your money is tough these days. So people are looking for alternatives. Richard talking about gold. What about people who put their money in fine wine? They saw a 14% return in the first 6 months of this year. Compare that to 1% for the stock market. But how do you actually join the party? Now, one of these wines, Gavin, is worth £6 to £7, would go well with spag bowl. One of them is £60 to £70 and would make a sort of tasty investment. The question is, well, let me just see if I'll think about which ones.
OK, absolutely, go ahead. I mean,
who can do this? I mean, whilst I'm drinking, you carry on talking.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, you're going to be trying this wine as well. What I like to compare it to, Simon, is fine art as well. You know, it's not necessarily for everyone's taste. There's different wines for different people. But generally, what's happening in the markets at the minute? China are buying all of the wines, the fine wines from the top chateaus in Bordeaux, and they were representing 45% of the purchases in that period, the 6 months that you mentioned. So that is what's happening. That's what's driving the prices up, and therefore, you know, it's a lifestyle product, and people are going for the top.
Why don't you two come and help me? Come and help me with this one. Thank you.
This is the first time Simon's ever offered us a drink.
But the other question I had.
So wine number one.
That's wine number one. Okay. You taste that one.
This is wine number one.
That's wine number one there. Okay. And but the problem is, how easy is this to do? I mean, do you have to take delivery of the wine itself? Do you need a big cellar? What's the deal with that?
Well, I mean, obviously, what I would say you need to do, first of all, you need to look for transparency in companies with regards to investing in wine. And that is finding out a bit about the provenance about the wine, where it's come from, its history, if it's been stored correctly. And essentially what happens is, whenever you purchase a bottle of wine, or a case of wine, is mostly the case, Simon, actually, it would be stored in a bonded warehouse. Therefore, they have a document to give to you to say this wine has been stored correctly at the right temperatures, in the right way.
And how long does it last? I mean, the reason there's no capital gains tax to pay on wine, because it is a wasting asset. It eventually, one day, it turns into vinegar, and you'll lose all your money.
That's right, depleting asset. So it has basically a lifespan of about 50 years for the top stuff. So therefore, the government sees it as a wasting asset. There's no capital gains tax to pay. There's a bit of controversy involved in that. If you're trading on a regular basis, then it will draw attention.
And is this something you do online? Do you go to a merchant like yourself? I mean, what's the best way if you are interested in this? And what's the minimum investment? We're not talking fivers and tenors here. We're talking people who've got, you know, rather than putting into a long-term savings account, they might do something else with it.
Absolutely. Well, I would say minimum investment is talking about £5,000 to £10,000 to begin with, and therefore it's also interesting for people who already have a little bit of an interest in wine, like yourselves. That helps. It really does.
Don't look at her when you say that.
But what do we think here about the wines?
Which is the good one?
Well, without even drinking, I was guessing number 2 is the more expensive one.
I'm going for 2 as well.
Hang on. I think that one's the more expensive one. You try that.
Okay, was this the number 1?
I don't know.
She's lost count.
I've lost count.
She's lost count with the aroma.
I did. I looked at the legs on it.
You're
everything.
a 2. I'm a 2.
Well, 2 is the most expensive.
And what was that one?
Quality. We know what we're talking about.
Whereas I don't, because I went for the cheap version.
It's
quite nice, though.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Lovely chink of glasses.
Thank you very much.
All right, Gavin, thanks very much for coming on.
Let's get
time now. Where are we? To get the news, weather and travel where you are. We'll try and sober up before we get to the headlines in just a minute.
Thank you very much, Gavin.
Thank you. Cheers.